The gentleman on the profile picture has taken a case to court claiming to be Kibaki's child. It is not him alone. There is also a lady who has hidden her identity. I will not comment about the lady because we can't comment on algebra. Lady J and L, it's hard to comment on such a person. Unless, of course, you have a fixed mind. Either you hate Kibaki or you adore Kibaki. In those two cases, you'll come up with a fixed mind. I want to talk about this gentleman. Compared to Kibaki's known children, he resembles Kibaki more than all of them. Style of walking, I cannot comment because we are shown a very small part of it. His talks, he has an accent which I believe is an accent that he has put on. It's not his natural accent. But then again, we need speech experts because if you have twins, two children of the same gender, and then these kids are taken at the birth, one is taken to India and another one is taken to Russia, then they come back when they're 25 years, you'll see that manner of walking, manner of whatever will be the same, but this one will be talking vat, and the Russian will talk with a lot of Russian accent. So accent is not born, accent is where you were brought up. This issue of embarrassing the body of the late president, especially, you know, we only know of one case of a woman politician with her daughter who came up when Kibaki was alive, and Kibaki had a chance to react it. Although, of course, his wife was next there, and it was obvious that she was affected and whatever. But at least Mary Wambui came out with her daughter, and it was discussed when Kibaki was alive. I don't like anybody who, when, let's say, me, I'm alive, has never come out publicly, irrespective of whether that person is my child or not. When I'm alive, that person is not there. Your child is your child. Let him or her declare when you're alive. Let you react when you're alive. But if the child decided to keep quiet until you are dead, whether DNA ascertains 100% that is your child, I don't see. Maybe if President Kibaki would have died a poor man, this gentleman would not have come up and said he was his son. Previously, when, okay, Kibaki is the same age as my father. Let me talk of my age as a son of Kibaki. Age-wise, that is, not biologically. I had my first child a year after the first case of AIDS came to Kenya. By then it was not even known as HIV. First HIV came to Kenya in 1984, and I had my first child in 1986. So it is 1.5 years after it came to Kenya. In those days, we never feared STDs and whatever. It is possible that, and I'm talking as somebody one generation after Kibaki, it is possible that where we went and whatever, we may have had kids. But the kids who come after the parents are dead should be treated. I want to say this when I'm alive. You know, a dead body has no say. We can't take the court of law to decide to interfere with Kibaki's what? Kibaki's body. And you know, Kibaki is not Kibaki. Kibaki is not me. You see, if the court orders that I be exhumed and the DNA taken from me, that is different. But this is somebody who was given a state funeral. Then giving him a letter reburial, it is really bad for a commander-in-chief. During our time, we moved around and so on and so on, and maybe we had kids and whatever. And I want to say here that if I am dead, I do not approve my body being taken DNA. Let whoever claims to be my child come. Unless one case in Bunyore of a girl. But any human being, whether it can be confirmed that we have the same DNA or not. And you know, it is funny, because take this case of a girl who went public and said that she had a kid with a Catholic padre. What happened? The Catholic padre's brother came out publicly and said that he is the biological father to the child of this girl. And DNA was taken for the two. And the DNA determined that the child belonged to that family. Now it could not determine. What I'm trying to say is, how sure are you that one of my brothers is not the biological child of any child who will be claiming? So any person claiming that a man is the biological father or anything, let it be talked publicly, let it be reacted publicly, so that should the court's later order for exhumation, or if the court order that the dead person's children DNA be taken for cross-reference, it should be that somebody made a public declaration when the person was alive. Lastly, it is possible, you know, during our time we used to say that among lawyers, that is, that a lady can conceive outside the marriage, but there are tricks which I cannot talk on camera because it is graphic. But among the lawyers, there was a saying that a lady who was conceived outside, I'm not even talking of with your siblings, but outside, there is a way that she can make the child look like you. So the man may insist on DNA test with Kibaki's children, and maybe all or the children that are taken may not be Kibaki's biological children. And if that one happens, because we now assume that the Kibaki's children are Kibaki's children. Now, supposing that Kibaki's wife did those magic and it happened that she delivered with other people, but the children look like Kibaki, and they go for DNA, don't you see that the man would have lost, even if he was Kibaki's biological child? So kindly solve the issues with somebody when he is still alive. Thank you.